Why didn't Bob Myers sign a contract after he won a championship, coming into his lame duck year? That would have been the natural time.
Wow.
Okay, so, let's just take it a step further. Well, why wouldn't he?
If he was thinking about it, spending more time with the family, or are you saying no money was offered?
I'm saying Joe Lacob made it clear that Bob Myers has or had at least 2 contract offers. Okay, what was the first one?
Remember when it was like Hoffa? We couldn't find that one. Remember we talked about it?
The first one was just like, what, are you kidding?
But what if Joe gave it to him and it wasn't reported?
What do you mean?
What if Joe offered it to Bob and it didn't get out
Joe
to the streets?
Lacob confirmed that Bob Myers has had 2 contract offers in front of him.
But we talked about this. I'm not saying that's not true, but do you find it odd that never got out? So Joe said it, and I'm not calling Joe a liar, but do you think Bob was kind of a bit flabbergasted or perplexed that it was taking long, and maybe in his world that didn't happen, Steiny?
I think he won the title. Bob's agent said, let's re-up.
Yeah.
Joe Lacob said, okay, here's the offer. Bob Myers said, yikes. Really? We just won our 4th title.
Man.
Remember Joe Lacob all said it's a negotiation.
He did say that.
So then he probably came back, and maybe by that point the second offer was fine, but maybe at that point Bob was having second thoughts about, well, wait a minute. It's going to be tough sled in the next 3 or 4 years.
Wow, man.
Anyway, that's one thing I was...
yeah, that's interesting.
Thinking, why didn't he, why...
Did you give Evan your top 3? Or one of them? Because I want to hear one from you.
Here's the other thing. You know why I think Bob Myers is leaving?
I'm all ears.
Because it's almost unheard of that a GM gets to this point in their contract without an extension.
Okay. All right.
Like, he's only got 5 weeks left.
So you're going Rodney Dangerfield. It's about respect.
No, not necessarily.
Well, that's how you said that, though, Steiny. That's what I took from that.
Maybe that's what, if Joe, maybe Joe...
You can actually land anywhere right in here. It's a very nice spot. And what's kind of nice is even if it's really windy, you can kind of get some shelter underneath here. And today it's a little south, but you can kind of fly. I mapped out a couple of courses. You can kind of fly in front of this entire bush. And you can see there's even grass here to land in right now. It's very nice to land in. It's very easy. The only thing is you got to be careful if it's a little north, then you get some rotors over these bushes and you have to land back further. But it's a very nice landing. And you can see way down there in the distance, that's where Thornton is. And we're up a bit higher. And this is kind of where the edge is. And you fly out in front of this a little bit. And the lift is generally better. And this is kind of where I think the end of base B is kind of right in this area. And then there's like a peak over there, that little peak over there, and that's, I would say, kind of close where A is. But there's also a nice little viewing area up here. So you could even set the people up there. So my idea is to try to get a special permit to fly here, and then work a deal out with the hang gliders to let us fly here one day. I think it would be awesome. On this right side, I actually mapped out a course right here too, in front. And it's pretty nice. And the only problem is if you want to land, you're landing in here. But it's pretty flat. And if it's a north wind, it's in front of the bushes, so the landing is not too bad. But I think it would be a little harder to control people and stuff like that. But it's still a possibility. And when I spoke with the Golden Gate department, they said that you know, it's possible to close certain areas off if we were to have a race. Here's the backside, because I'm walking the dog today. It's really beautiful. There's Lake Merced here in the distance. And there is a Harding Park golf course, which is a pretty famous golf course. And actually over on the other side up there, there's another golf course called the Olympic Club. It's also a very famous, more famous than Harding Park. And they both have PGA tournaments. They usually have the US Open every 10 or so years at the Olympic Club. Hello.
Hi.
Let's go. Come over this way, Luna. That's part of the Ocean Course Olympic Club there, golf course. And you can see the lip a little bit. And I've flown here and the lift is good. I think I like it a little bit more to the right, but it's still very good to fly here. We're up about 200 feet or so. So you could see some people down there. And there's plenty of good lift and there's usually always wind here. Yeah, I think it would make a very fun event. Let me know what you guys think.